everybody, and a big welcome to my channel. Finally, I know I have been horrible. Everybody has reminded me how late I am getting a video out, so thank you to everyone who's reminded me. I am going to do a tutorial on this look today. I was just kind of feeling red lips, gold, and like a wing, and so that's what happened. I'm so excited to film today and to get this video out for the first video ever. I have filmed like so many times and I've either like messed up or I'm just like, this isn't good enough and I don't want to put it out there. So I'm really excited about this one. I think that this one turned out good and I'm done being picky. And I just want to say thank you all so much for supporting me on this journey. I appreciate it so much. I'm so excited to pursue makeup. I love makeup. Like, everybody says that, but really, truly, like, makeup brings me joy. I could just sit and do it all the time. When people are like, hey, will you do my makeup for this? I'm just like, oh my gosh, yes, of course. They're like, how much do you want me to pay you? And I'm just like, nothing. Like, I just love to do this. Like, you're just bringing joy to my life. So, nothing. But yeah, so thank you all so much. I hope that you enjoy this video. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I will see you all. I've already put my eyebrows on, carved them out, because sometimes it takes me a little while, so I can do a whole separate tutorial on brows. I have washed my face, moisturized it, so I'm just going to jump right into it. I am going to take my e.l.f. Aqua Primer Mist. This is like $6. It is a a primer, a setting spray, and just like if you're going without makeup, so it's just like something super refreshing. So I'm doing that, and then I just like to spray it on my face because I don't like it to be like wet as soon as I want to like start my foundation and stuff. I like to let it just kind of like seep into my skin, and I do my eyes first. I do my eyes first religiously, so I'm just going to go ahead and go in with this NYX eyeshadow base, and this is just in the shade 03. It's just a skin tone shade. I'm going to put that all over my lid. So then I'm going to take this brush right here, just a flat brush, and I'm going to dip into my Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, and I'm going to dip into this shade right here, Chaser, and I'm just going to like set my eyes with that. This is just going to help your eyeshadow to blend, for your eyes not to crease. So this is a really important step if you're like putting primer on, or even if you're like priming with concealer. So then I'm going to dip into my Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. I love this palette, love it, love it, love it. Ever since I got it, I literally don't use anything else, like at all. So I'm going to take this brush right here. Sorry. I'm going to take this brush right here. Maybe, guys, I sat that palette on my lap and it's wanting to fall off. I'm taking this brush right here. My goodness. And I'm doing like a simple look today, but I just thought that like y'all could get ready with me. And I'm going to dip into this shade right here, and this is just going to be my transition shade. So I'm just going to put it all up in here and just blend it out really well. Like I just loaded this eye down with color and not this one. So then I am going to take this brush right here. I love, love, love to put like my second shade on, just like right into my crease with this brush. It is amazing. I'm going to dip into this shade right here. And that's just going to go into my crease underneath that transition shade that I put down. Just going to blend that in really well. I looked at the palette and I was like, what shade did I just use? I don't think you can ever blend too much, just saying. I'm going to just use this same brush and just kind of wipe it off a little bit because I'm going to dip into this shade right here. And I'm just going to do it all like right here at my outer V. And I'm just going to go like this just to really blend it. I don't want to take it anywhere other than my outer V, really. Okay, so then I am going to take some concealer, and I'm using the CoverGirl It's Almost Out Ready Set Gorgeous, and this is in the shade Light Medium, and I'm just going to take it and put it on the back of my hand. Sorry. I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand because I don't want a lot. I'm going to take the end of this brush right here, and I'm going to get a little on my brush, and I'm just going to carve out my eyelids here. And so since I'm going to lay shimmer on here, I like to set it with a kind of like a glittery shade. So I am going to go in with this shade right here from the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's the very first one. And I'm just going to just pat it onto where I just put that concealer at. I just want to set it, but I just like to set it with like something that's kind of like sparkly because I am going to already be laying some sparkles down on it. Okay. So then I am going to take a brush like so. It's like this. It's just flat. And I am going to spray it with my setting spray just to wet it. It just makes the shadows more pigmented. I'm going to go back to the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to use this gold shade. I love this color. It's so pretty. And I'm just going to do that not all over my lid, but just where I carved my lid out. So just like that. Beautiful. And then I'm going to take this brush right here, and I'm just going to kind of pat that dark shade on just a little bit darker here. Okay. Next, I'm going to just take a makeup wipe and just sharpen the edges. I usually use concealer just after I've done like my foundation and stuff. But I'm just going to go ahead and sharpen it because I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner. So usually I like do my eyeliner and then I clean them up and sharpen them, but gotta keep things interesting, you know? So then I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild, my hair is literally insane today, Wet n Wild waterproof eyeliner, and this is like in the shade 879, it's just black. Now I'm going to draw some wings here. And I don't take my line like all the way into my inner corner. I just stop shy of getting to my inner corner. Okay, so those are done. So since those are done, I am going to go ahead and start on my face because I've pretty much got my eyes done other than smoking out my bottom lashes and putting on mascara and falsies. But I'll do all that once I get my face on. So I'm going to take this foundation brush. It's by Sonia Kashuk. I got these brushes for Christmas and I absolutely love them. I don't really like to use like a sponge for my foundation anymore. I really like to just use like a flat top like kabuki brush kind of like for my foundation. I'm wearing, what? That almost got on my shirt. That would have been bad because this stuff does not come out. I'm wearing Double Wear foundation in the shade Spice Sand. So I just pump it all over my face. I really only have to give it one go. The coverage on this is really great. So I'm just going to blend this onto my face. So then I am going to take this Wet n Wild dual end contour stick. I do not like the contour part of this. I feel like that when I put it on my skin, it's like this shade. I feel like that it separates onto my skin, so like it blends really well, but then like it looks really splotchy and patchy, so I don't really like it. But I love the highlight end, so I'm just going to highlight with this just because I really like it. So I'm just going to take my wet sponge and blend this in. Really taking it close to my eyeliner just to give it a really finished look. Alright, so then I am going to take this brush right here. This is another Sonia Kashuk brush. And I am going to go in with, I'm actually going to bake tonight. I don't usually bake anymore. But I'm going to first off go in with my LA Girls contour palette. I love this palette so much. It's like amazing. And I'm going to go into this shade right here. And I'm just going to get some powder on there and just kind of push it into my inner corner to really prevent creasing. It's like the bake before the actual bake. And just to really set that in. Okay, so then I'm going to take that brush and I'm going to just set my face with this airspun powder. Or I'm just going to start. I like to just go ahead and start setting my face before I contour, because I don't really like set it under my eyes for very long. I don't know, I just don't like to keep it for very long. Some people like do all this stuff and then they take it off, and I just can't keep it on that long. I just like it just on my skin really bad. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm probably crazy. So anywhere that I highlighted, pretty much I put it just so that no creasing happens, especially where I use like cream highlight. I just, you know, like to be extra. So to contour, I'm going to dip back into that LA Colors. I might have said LA Girls a second ago. It's not LA Girls, it's LA Colors. I'm going to dip back into this, and usually I'll use a cream contour and then I will go over it with this powder, but I'm just going to use powder today. I'm not even going to use a cream contour. So I'm going to dip into these two shades right here. Okay, so then I'm going to take that powder brush again with more of the airspun powder, and I'm going to carve out where I just contoured my cheeks, my cheekbones. And I'm also going to go ahead and brush away what I just laid down under my eyes. So then I'm going to go ahead and do my lashes off camera. I do plan on doing like a separate tutorial for lashes, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know how to put them on, like I can't put them on. So just for those of you who feel like that you don't really know how to put them on, I'm going to do a separate tutorial. I will show you the ones that I'm using today. I'm using these by Kiss in Ritzy. They're super natural, but they're also like super pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and coat my lashes, and then I will be back on. Here lately I have been all about just like cutting my lashes to where they really just like go here instead of like all the way over. I don't know, I just have liked the way that like it makes my eyes look here lately, so that's what I did. That's the way that I cut them. I've got like some crazy piece of hair sticking out. So I'm going to go ahead and just brush this off here. And I'm going to go back with my Jaclyn Hill palette and go ahead and smoke out my bottom, like my lash line, just with a small brush, just with this brush right here. And I'm just going to dip into, I'm just going to go with like a darker shade. I'm not even going to use like a ton of, usually I'll use like a lighter shade that I use and then go in with a dark one, but I'm not. I'm just going to go in with the one and just smoke out the bottom here. I'm not even going to smoke out like all the way into my inner corner, just about right there. And I'm also going to put on some eyeliner. I'm just going to put a little bit where I just put that shadow, not all the way into my inner corner, just where I put that shadow. Perfect. And so then I'm going to put some mascara on my bottom lashes. I use the Estee Lauder Sumptuous for my bottom lashes. I love it for them. And then the Estee Lauder Multi Lash Effect for my top ones. Okay, so then I'm going to take my blush brush. It just looks like this right here. And I'm going to dip it back into that contour palette. And I love to mix the two of these because this isn't a super like pigmented like pink shade. It's just really pretty, and so it just kind of like gives me some shimmer to my blush. And just apply it to the apple of my cheeks. Just kind of like tones down this pink because it's so pink. So it just kind of like tones it down when I mix the two. And then I'm going to go into my Carly Bible BH Cosmetics palette. And I'm going to take my Brush by Luxie. This is actually just like a contour brush, or small contour brush, that's what it is. But I love to use this for highlight. I'm going to go into this shade. I love this palette. Obviously you can tell it's all gone. I'm going to go to the tip of my nose. And then also take my finger and go just right here on my nose. I don't take it all the way down my nose like some people do. I learned this from Nikki Tutorials. Thank you, Nikki, for being one of the greatest people to ever do makeup. Top of my lip, bottom of my chin, and I just kind of like to go in and pat it just so that it's not like too intense on places like that. And then here, Carly Bible outdid herself with this. And then I just kind of like to run it up top here. And then I'm not done highlighting yet. I'm going to take this brush right here, and I'm going to dip back into the Jaclyn Hill palette with this shade right here, and I'm going to highlight my inner corner. And then also my brow bone. So then I did, I put foundation over my lips just because my lips are kind of like pink, and I just wanted to kind of like cover them because it just pigments my lipstick better. I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit. This is in the shade Missy and Fierce 930B. I love this stuff. I love doing red and then doing, or gold, and then doing like red lips because I just think that it looks really classy. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on. Red lipstick can make a mess, so if you feel like that you need to clean it up, then you can just take like a concealer brush and either use your foundation or like concealer, where I already put some concealer and stuff on. I'm just gonna I just kind of have a spot here that I messed up, but that way you can just kind of like clean it up a little. And voila, here it is. I'm going to take my baby. First, I'm going to spray back over with my e.l.f. I was trying to find my one by NYX, but I don't have it. And I'm just going to set it. And there it is. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you like this look. Subscribe to my channel, give it a like, and I will see you in my next video.